Award-winning author Alex McCoo and a dynamic trio have teamed up to share secrets and revelations regarding humanity's evolution in a way that is truly remarkable and unique. Through their messages, you will surely discover each person has a unique role in our collective shift in consciousness.
So what are you waiting for? Order your copy of Destination New Earth, a blueprint to 5D consciousness. Available on Amazon.com.
I stand by my true God, cause I am the ruler of my state of Buddha, like Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. I stand by my true God. I have learned over the years that one of the reasons why we dream is sort of in the same class and realm as to why the powers that were uses entertainment, chaos, confusion, agents, bots, etc. to keep our attention away from something that they don't want us to know or focus on. As the old saying goes, there is nothing new under the sun. And as I've always said, there are way too many people giving more power to devils and demons than they are given to the righteous and angelic. And just like the righteous and angelic uses tools, means, language, symbols, and archetypes aimed at helping us to achieve our highest good, the opposite of said group is using and doing the same thing. Now, with regards to dreams, I'm going to share with you a pure and righteous reason as to why we have dreams. I had coined the phrase, we are multidimensional 15 years ago, or going on 15 years ago. I was using that term way before all of this stuff became popular, cool, and very profitable for the opposition's chosen one. But the reason why I have stated this is because we exist in multiple places all at the same time. However, when we have a so-called human experience, an aspect of our consciousness, because remember, all of who we are does not incarnate here in the physical. because that's way too much energy and it's way too broad of a bandwidth for a dense, fragile human body to handle. So the greatest or greater part of ourselves is outside of this dimension, existing in other places at the same time. However, when we have a human experience, for the most part, we are supposed to be here focused on the human journey, the human language, the human interaction, and the extreme limitations that come along with it. However, those of us who come here as mission workers, or we call the righteous ones, the chosen ones, the angelics, the starseeds, the indigos, there's so many different names that such people are called. When such people incarnate in the physical body and go to sleep at night, many of these people are on starships, traveling to the astral realm, basically doing mission work that is related to that aspect of itself. Think of it as one who has multiple personalities. If you were to research multiple personality disorder from a human perspective, what you will find is that when one personality comes forth, the other personality is not aware of what the other is doing and vice versa. Well, as a multidimensional being who has incarnated to do mission work, the same holds true. For the most part, when I go to the astral realm to do mission work to help free and be a beacon of light to souls who have fallen, lost their way, or being tricked or manipulated by lower astral forms and entities, that is a different aspect of myself, although it is me. And so when I'm doing that work, I need to be focused on that work and not carrying over what is happening in my human experience. This is why when I'm on the astral realm, for the most part, everything that I am doing there is not consciously remembered when I come back in the physical body. And when I'm on the astral realm, I'm not preoccupied or thinking about my life on the physical earth. However, every now and then my higher self and my astral self, or my other aspects of self, synchronize for me to bring forth certain keys and information that's relevant to my earthly experience and my mission for me to share with the people, because they're all in that synchronistic moment connected. So in these cases, I'm allowed to remember or recall or bridge the two together to bring forth, because it is adding to my human experience. So the ultimate reason why we also dream is to serve as a distraction from the human conscious mind. So when we're out there astral traveling or in a lucid dream state, we're not preoccupied thinking about our work here or our mission here on earth, and vice versa. So again, one of the reasons why we dream and why the dream seems so crazy and all over the place from a human conscious mind perspective is to distract the human mind perspective However, if and when we need to get information that coincides or synchronizes with both perspective or multiple perspectives that will help our respective mission and path, we are allowed to recall or remember. Now, I hope that this made sense to you guys. If it did not make sense, leave a comment down below, and I will do a follow-up video in the future breaking it down a little further. Before we take a trip down memory lane, I would like to share a little something special with you. Check it out.
This is your karmic payday. And only you can cash it away.
What goes around comes back around. And now the time has called up to me. This is your karmic payday. There's no waiting formality for all of the hurts and wrong you've done to me. This is your karmic payday.
You thought you got away? Well, I am here to say it's time for you to get yours, your karmic payday. Cause all the things you do will sure come back on you. You sworn and fuss and discuss a ball of melee. Now, you see why all the times you made me cry. Display my love for you and all my trust you came to rely. But you work so hard all the time, invest in things that do not shine. Cause so much juju energy, the force has crossed a red line. I'm so for real, I'm on a hill for all the hurt inside and scorn you're making me feel. Now in reverse, you live this curse through all the siege plants and coast plants. What's worse? Deceiving, misleading, got your babies grieving, the lying, the cheating, and secretly conceiving. What you expect will happen in due time, especially when you scheme against a heart like mine.
What goes around comes back around. And now the time has called up to me.
What you just heard was a sneak preview of my sister's first single from her forthcoming EP that I produced. The title of the song is Karmic Payday. It is now on Spotify. The link to stream the song in its entirety is below in the description thread. Your support is greatly appreciated. Every now and then I will go down memory lane and just read some of the comments that have been left underneath my videos over the years, because as you can imagine, writing and posting comments for going on 15 years now, it is virtually impossible for me to read and see every single comment that has been left for me within the time frame or real timeline or time frame to which I posted or shared a lot of this content. So once in a blue moon, I will go back and just read some of the comments that I didn't get to read or see back then. And to gain a proper perspective on the comment, I will rewatch the video. My videos have aged pretty well overall. Yes, they have. The particular video that I'm hinting at or talking about right now is titled Death, the Greatest Illusion on Earth. That video was originally posted July 4th, 2009. I believe it was around my 5th video ever published on YouTube. Just as I go back once in a blue moon to read comments to my older shares, every once in a blue moon, I will repost because, number one, it has aged very well. And then number two, to show how it is still very relevant. Now, there's something that I say at the end of this video that others have since come out and stated that they don't think karma and cause and effect is real, etc. It's not true, etc. But when we look at it from a higher perspective and grasp that everything is connected, I don't care how different we think we are. At the end of the day, we are all connected to a cycle, a system, a universal truth, a universal thread. And here is why I always say that I am you, you are me, and we are everything that we see. And what we do to others is ultimately what we are doing to self. Again, I am resharing this video or adding this video because I want as many people as possible to see it at this time. And again, you will see how well it has aged now that this so-called conscious thing and this great awakening is global. All right, here's the video, guys. Check it out. Is there life after death? Well, according to the revelations that I've received by way of astral projection and visions and visitations, you better believe there is life after death. Death is an illusion. Life is continuous. Everything around us is conscious energy. Unfortunately for us, we are still so limited and boxed in that we cannot perceive anything outside of the constructs that have been programmed in us since birth. There are those of us who have been able to transcend those boundaries and could therefore tell you from looking out on the mountaintop that death really is an illusion, life really is continuous, and there is so much more going on around us and so much more to us than meets the eye. But of course, I can understand that it is tough for people who are still in the box and that's all they know, and for some of us, that's all we want to know. And that's fine. If you're not there, eventually one day you will get there. Now, more importantly, the subject matter at hand, is there life after death, and why I feel, or why I know, and I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone, but for me, I know that there is life after death because what we perceive to be reality really is an illusion. Even our physical form, it is an illusion. This physical form is bound by the laws of this dimension, which is a holographic illusion of complex projections and frequencies. In other words, this world is not real, it's a dream. This may be a bit of a stretch for some of you guys, but nothing in this 3D dimension is solid. It's not solid. I've been saying it for years, and now scientists are now beginning to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that nothing in the universe could possibly be solid, because the very foundation of what we believe, the foundation of life, the atom, at its very nucleus, is not solid. So the vibrational frequency and the interaction with the vibrational frequency within dimension gives the illusion of solidity. The human body was created in this dimension. However, we have a subtle light body, and then we have a spirit. The subtle light body is a replica of the form that we choose to project our spirit consciousness into. We create a replica of that form. That form vibrates outside of this 3D dimension. And that form is created of light. It's made of light. And light permeates time and space. And when this physical form, or what we believe to be our physical true form, when it's no longer operable, realize that your consciousness still is alive, and it will be instantly synchronized with your subtle light body, which at that point would be on a different frequency. So our physical body is the equivalent of having a computer with internet access, but death is the equivalent of having a computer without internet access. So in other words, the thing that gives us consciousness and animate our body is that part of us that lives on, and that consciousness simply exists on a different dimension. And when our consciousness is shifted to a different dimension by way of our subtle replica of the physical form that we previously incarnated in, everything would appear to be solid, just like it does when we're on the physical realm. If you guys could just realize that our consciousness is truly outside of this realm, and that we are multi-dimensional beings, you can better understand how and why there is no such thing as death, and why life truly is continuous. And this is why it's so very important that people know that this is very real, because if you're one that don't believe that there's no such thing as life after death, then hell, you know, what's to stop you from going out and killing as many people as you want and kill yourself thinking that that's okay? Most of us won't do that because we know on an intuitive level that there is no escaping anything that we do to anyone. There's no escaping it, because we know that we must face ourselves once we are no longer roaming and navigating in this dimension. So those of us who think it's okay to be full of hate and spitefulness and wickedness, know that you have to answer for that, because you have to face yourself and everything that you've done when you realize upon your passing that you are still alive. You can't die. We can't die. You just can't. It's one of the things that's constant. You know, energy, everything is conscious energy, and energy can never be destroyed. It can only transform. It's constant. It can never be static. And having said that, I ask you all to just keep an open mind. You know, I'm not telling you to believe everything I'm saying. I'm just giving my point of view and my worldview on the subject matter. I do encourage you to not just trust what I say. For that matter, don't just trust what, you know, the architects of organized religions tell you. I encourage each and every last one of you to use your own rhyme and reason, to seek the truth. Don't sit back and wait for someone to give you the truth, because this is why billions of people are being deceived to this very day, because they are trusting what has been given to them as truth rather than seeking the truth. Because the truth of the matter is, no pun intended, that the ultimate truth is never going to be just given to you. You're going to have to put in the work and to rediscover, not discover, but rediscover who and what you and we really are.